Welcome to our online classes. Today we're going to learn about financial records and transactions. Let us look at why businesses keep financial records. Business owner must know how their business is doing financially so that they can plan properly. So meaning for them to plan, they need to record all the financial transactions that is happening in their business. In the same way, you as a learner, most of the time you keep your own diary. So in accounting, we keep a diary or records of financial events. So businesses have to record all the money that is coming in the business or the money that goes out of the business. These will help the business to understand their financial position and how they perform as a business. So if you know this is X amount of money that you receive a month and this is the X amount of money that you spend, remember the money you receive, we call it income, and the money that you spend, we call expenses. So by looking at those two, business will see their financial position or how they perform. Again, it will help the owner to know how much money has come in and how much money has been spent and what money was spent on. So by recording such things, you are writing down like we have spent money on wages, we have spent money on electricity, we have spent money on rent, that is expenditure or expenses. So we know what we have spent the money on. And income, we have received money from sales of perhaps you are selling shoes. So we received money from selling 5 pairs or from selling 10 pairs of shoes. So the information will help the owner to make sound business decisions. So you will able to know if you have to increase your sales or perhaps if you are not doing that well, because by recording everything down, it will help you to see or it will help you to make those good business decisions or informed business, or I mean sound business decision. So by that, meaning if you feel like you are paying your employees a lot of money and you are not receiving that much or that much income, so you can make such decision like, okay, I need to cut off their salaries, or maybe I need to retrench, or what else can I do to make sure that I receive more income. What are financial records? Financial records are things like documents, bank statement, income statement, and a balance sheet. So documents such as contracts, receipt, and check. Contract, obviously, if you are going to have any contract with other parties or other businesses, you're going to sign contracts that involved money. So those contracts we refer to as documents that need to be recorded as financial records. Then we have again bank statements. Bank statements, we get them from the bank. So where they record the income or money that you put in the business and money that you withdraw from that account. And we have income statement. Income statement calculate the business profit or loss. We're going to look at income statement in the future, not long, whereby we're going to apply it practically. So the equation for income statements is income minus expenditure, which is equals to profit or loss. So to see if you are making profit or loss, you need to record that in the financial record called income statement. Then we have a balance sheet. A balance sheet also shows how much business is worth. So the equation for a balance sheet is assets. Assets, remember, is the position of the business, then minus liabilities. Liabilities is what you O. Then so we're going to take assets minus your liability, therefore is equals to net worth, how much the business is worth. So we're also going to do that practically soon. Who reads the financial records of the business is the owner, the bank manager, and the employees. The owner, they need to know whether the business is financially worthwhile. So that is why they will look at their financial records. And a bank manager, each business needs to have a bank account. So managers will look at that. Perhaps you want to go and ask for a loan for your business. So they have to look at your financial position, and financial record will help the bank to see your position. Perhaps if you're asking for a loan, maybe say you want to expand the business. And the employees, not quite often, but sometimes the employees might need to know whether they are earning an acceptable salaries or wages. I mean, if you are making millions and you're not paying them what they are worth doing, sometimes they might like to know that by reading the financial record. Then who prepare the financial records? It is the business owner or bookkeeper. So it depends on the size of the business. So if your business is small, I mean, if it's a salon or dry clean, the owner can just prepare his financial record. But if you have big businesses, you will need bookkeepers to do that for you. What is a transaction? Transaction is an exchange between two parties or more. For example, if you buy something at the tuck shop, you give money in exchange for some sweets or any item that you like to buy. So this means there was a transaction between you and the tuck shop. So this usually for transaction to happen, there needs to be an action and money needs to be involved. So in accounting, we refer to any business deal as a transaction. So basically, a transaction is an exchange between parties. More examples of transactions are buying stock. Stock is what you are selling as a business, paying wages, paying your employees, receiving money, that is an income from what you are selling, and buying stationery. Those are the running things that you will need for your business. So we refer to those things as transactions, and they need to be recorded. Transactions. It is important in a business that every transaction that takes place, there needs to be proof on a form of a document. Like I said, we need to record them. If you're going to buy stock, you need to record that. If you're going to pay wages or salaries, you need to record that. If you receive any form of money, you need to record that as your proof. So example of those documents or proof can be receipt and invoice. Complete activity 5.5 on page 63 of your textbook, also posted here. And before you start with the activity, you need to write the corrections for yesterday's activity, also being posted here on Google Classroom, and ensure that you start with your keywords. Your keywords for today, they're also on page 63. Thank you. Enjoy your day.